Hi dancers, welcome back to my channel. I'm Claudia Dean and today I'm going to be joined with a dancer who is making their debut on my channel. Drum roll. Primrose! So this is Primrose and she's 14 years of age and trains at Annette Roselli Dance Academy. Everyone says we look like sisters, but we're actually not sisters. Actually, comment below, do you think we look alike? Now, in all seriousness, today we are actually going to be doing turns from fifth. So many of you have asked me to create a tutorial on this, so I thought Primrose would be perfect for this. Make sure you stay tuned to hear all my tips, and also don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Can't believe how fast it's growing. Thank you all so much for your support. Also stay tuned because my last tip is my favorite tip of all for turns from fifth. But first of all, let's start with tip number 1. Now Primrose, you're going to face this way for me and you're going to put your right foot in front because I just want the audience to see which muscles I'm pointing to for this first tip. So just face that way, right foot in front and demi-plie. Now, when you're waiting to take off for your fifth turn, so your arm will be in third, that's it. Now, you're going to feel almost like a pinprick in your left glute. And I basically want you to feel that when you do your releve. So just do a plain releve for me and feel the pinprick. 1, 2, 3. Pinprick! Good, exactly like that. If you just think of that all the time when you're doing your releves up and even more when you're squeezing down. When people go up for their fifth turns, sometimes I think when they lower down to fifth, everything just relaxes. No, I want you to feel the pinprick when you're going down to fifth even more, and then again when you go up, then down even more. Tip number 2! Now Primrose, tip number 2 is based off tip number 1. So you have to be applying the pinprick, then also this is something else that'll help you activate the glutes and the underneath of the foot even more when lowering. So if you face that corner and just do a releve up for me and with that foot devant. So now lift up. Go there. Okay, now what I want you to imagine, see underneath your left heel right there, I want you to imagine that there's a grape underneath that heel. So when you lower down, you're going to lower down with so much resistance, and obviously if there was a grape there and if you didn't lower down with resistance, it would go and splat. So we want to try and make sure that always you have that resistance when lowering.
Tip number 3.
Now, tip number 3, Primrose, is about the arms when you take off and where your shoulder placement needs to be in order for you to do a really good turn. So if you put your arms into third for me and just go to fifth, now you're going to try and keep both shoulders over the top of the hips. That's it. So shoulders over the hips, and now see this right one? See how it's slightly forward at the minute? Can you just get it right back? That's it. Now when you bring your arm in for the turn, you're going to go to first and see how they stay completely still. That's where I want them to be the whole time when you pirouette. So a lot of the time dancers, when they bring the arm in, a shoulder can distort, and then that's sort of enough to just throw the whole turn. So when you do a pirouette, just really focus on the shoulders being perfectly still. Just try one for me. Good, perfect. Tip number 4. Now with this tip, Primrose, obviously you need to apply tip number 3 so the shoulders stay really still, but then now we're going to talk about the arms, so when they come in and what they're going to do. So put your arms into third, and here we're applying tip number 3, the shoulders are perfect. Now all that's going to happen is the left arm's going to come straight in and it goes straight back out again. Straight in, straight back out. Do you notice now with that action how the right arm, it actually doesn't move at all? So I want you to feel almost like a resistance or pressure on this side, yeah, when you take off. I don't want it to go release, so I just want you to keep really calm. That's it. Now try a few turns. So maybe do 2 and just imagine something, or even just me, pushing on this side, so it's just purely the left arm in. Go. Good, better. Tip number 5. Now Primrose, if you can go to fifth for me and put the arms into third. Now this correction is basically about the left arm and where it's going to be lowering to. So when you turn around, so just mark the turn around, bring this left arm in and then pirouette around. Now, this is the trick. You have to lower this left arm consistently to the side and in the same spot. Otherwise, you'll find the turns will go off. So you'll either be too far back or too far forward. So I'm going to tell you to line up this left arm with the flowers over there. So you might need to shuffle forward. Okay, so see the flowers? Your left arm's completely in a line. Now, do a turn for me and go back to the flowers with that left arm. Go 1, flowers. Good. And again, 2, flowers. That's it. Perfect. Okay, now try and do 2 quick ones in a row. Going up, flowers, up, flowers, up, flowers. That's really good. And also it looks so much better for the audience too. So it looks really clean, like you're coming back to the same position every time. It doesn't look hectic or like you're struggling, okay? Very good. Tip number 6. This tip is more about when you have to do fifth turns continuously. So if a teacher said to you, okay, you need to do 8 fifth turns or 16 fifth turns, obviously you need a lot of momentum to do that, and I feel like that really comes from the right foot that you're placing down. So I find a lot of dancers, instead of leaving their weight transferred onto the left side and just going simply up, what happens is they go up and then they transfer their weight onto the right foot, and then they've got to transfer back again. So it just changes the force and the momentum a little bit. Instead, I basically want you to keep weight over the left side, and as soon as the right foot goes down, it's going to rebound back up again. Rebound, rebound. Yes, that's it. So now try and do 3 fifth turns, applying all those other corrections we spoke about, and also rebounding the foot back off. Rebound, rebound. Good, perfect. Tip number 7. Now this tip is actually based off a quick tip that I released for en dehors turns from 4th. Now, except I've put a little twist on it, and I'm going to give you the same type of technique but for a 5th turn, because I know this will really help you all. And as I said at the beginning, this is my favourite tip of all for 5th turns. Now, Primrose, you're familiar with my quick tip from 4th for the pirouettes en dehors. Now, put your feet into 5th for me. I want you to do a soubresaut in 5th position. 1, 2, 3. Soubresaut. Good. 1, 2, 3. Soubresaut. That's it. Now you know that feeling that you've got there for the jump. So you're using both feet evenly into the jump, and you've got almost a lot of force, because for a jump, our heels are relaxed in the floor, you use all the pressure from both feet and you go up. I want you to do the same thing for a turn now. So you're going to go to here, and I just want you to basically get that feeling of that jump and transfer it into these turns. Whoa! So could you feel that? See how much more force you got? So that's what I always want you to think for your 5th turns. And you know what we're going to do now? I'm going to get you to do 16 5th turns on flat. Then, audience, you'll like this, I'm going to get Primrose to do 16 5th turns on point, because all these corrections are exactly the same if you were in point shoes. Let's do it. Well done, Primrose. Now put your point shoes on. Thank you for watching, dancers. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I have so many videos coming for you all soon.